Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch, and welcome all you drone enthusiasts out there, as I have the Mavic Pro Platinum sitting next to me. This is actually going to be a video that relates to anybody that has one of the Mavic or RCStyle remote controllers. As you may or may not be aware, obviously if you have this already, the little cord that it comes with it is fairly short, and this is going to actually relate specifically to people that have iPhones or iPads. This is a cord that actually is designed for the side of it that is just a lot longer and quite a bit more durable as well. Rather than the thin little rubber cord that it comes with, this is actually a braided cord. Now this is from the guys over at RCStyle. I will put a link at the top of the description where you can purchase one of these guys. But I'm going to bring the video in closer so you can actually see what it looks like on the actual controller. Alright, so here we have the controller, and this is the stock cable, as you probably can recognize, that kind of sits in these grooves and sits down in there. Now, the stock cable actually typically sits in a seated thing. You can see that it does there. I took that out because it was a pain in the head. It was a pain in the neck. It really was. So now how I do it personally with the stock cable is I kind of wiggle it back in here. I do have to keep it tight because it is a short cable. And then we're obviously set to go. Now, the nice thing about the stock is it is short, so it stays out of the way once you actually get it set. It's just getting it set takes a little longer than what I found with the RCStyle cable. So the RCStyle cable, obviously a lot longer. The nice thing about this was that you can actually plug this in before or after. What I do is I actually get my phone set. Once I get it set, then I actually come back and actually go ahead and plug it into the phone itself, just like that. It is long enough where you can actually grab onto the actual cable itself and plug it directly into the phone. And you can actually aim it either direction, so it doesn't really matter, depending on the phone, of course, of whether or not you actually hit that. I guess I've always just plugged it in this way. But that's the nice thing about this, is that you have capability of actually, not only that, but if you ever have gotten a loose connection, you can actually just push on this to make sure it actually is set fully into the actual phone itself. Yes, you do have a longer cord, and I just kind of wrap that up and put my hand around it like that. You could actually just let it droop down. It wouldn't really be a big deal. As long as it's plugged in on both sides, you're good to go. But the other nice thing is when you can just pull it out, or if you actually prefer the method, you can actually pull it through. So there we go, it actually unplugged itself. But it does pull through, so you can actually plug it into the phone like this as well. And go that way just like we did the other one. So the big advantage to this is that you have options, especially if maybe you have a tablet holder and you actually do it with an iPad or an iPad or any other tablet, I guess. This case, this is actually for iPads. It is long enough to actually reach those things that actually bring your item up. There are smartphone holders that actually put the phone above the controller as well. This, again, is long enough to plug in there where you don't have to use the lower USB port. Not that it's a big deal, but this is just a much better built cable than the one that comes from DJI. With the braided on the cabling, it is a lot stronger, so you're not worried about it actually tearing out. Because there's a couple times where it seemed like I was going to actually break this thing. It is small. It is a little more delicate. Nice and lightweight, of course, but this obviously has a little more function to it than the stock cable that comes with the controller. So like I said, this is a cable that's going to be with anybody that has the Mavic style controller, whether you have the Spark or the Style, the Mavic Air, doesn't matter. This cable will work with your actual controller. About $8 is all it costs on Amazon. I will put a link to it in the top of the description, so if you want to check it out. But it comes in a little box like so, excuse me, and they do have little protective ends that actually come on it as well, so to just protect it in shipping. But thanks for RCStyle for sending these over to me. Not that it was a fancy item, but it's a useful item, and I like useful things. Useful things I really enjoy. So I will put a link, like I said. If you want to check it out, do that. Please comment, subscribe. We have a lot more videos coming for drone lovers out there. A lot of accessories for the Mavic series, which a lot of those actually carry over to the other drones as well. But that said, guys, if you have any other questions or comments, please post those below. Share, subscribe, and check us out. Otherwise, we will catch you on a future video.